Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. I'm not going to film this in real time. I'll speed it up with some music, but basically it's bonsai related. At the end of the day, if I want something nice to put my bonsai trees on, I've got to build it and get it ready. So this is the getting it out of the box and the building and the getting it ready, but it won't all be done in one day, I doubt. starts, you get the general idea. You can also get an impression of the colour, bearing in mind it will get a second coat, which has to be done relatively quickly before it cures. If it cures, it becomes water resistant, and like when it rains, little droplets run off. Well, the same will happen to the second coat if you allow it to cure, which takes a couple of days. So tomorrow, coat number 2. I've still got the big bit to do here. In fact, I'll do that. Why not? Let's get the whole thing done, apart from the back of those bits, but they might be touch dry in a minute. I can lean this over far enough that it doesn't touch the bit underneath and hide the brush. Yeah, let's get one coat on everything. It's definitely coffee time, unfortunately, but if I leave off and go in and have a break, the brush will start to dry and all sorts of things start happening that I'd rather not. So just as well get this coat on. Now I've got another one of these to do. So back to the music. There we go. Backache for tomorrow then. And tomorrow I've sort of semi-decided that it soaks in more in places than others. I may not do the underside again. I may just do everything that's exposed to the weather, so tops and sides, if you see what I mean. But I've got more than enough paint. I've used an inch and a bit out of that tin, and that's one coat on everything. Now okay, I've got 2 to do, and a second coat won't use as much because it won't soak in as much. Yeah, so I've got more than enough to do 2 coats on both sets of shelving. So I shall go and clean my brush up and have a coffee because I've earned it. I'll see you next time. I mean, that's some people get a lot of enjoyment out of watching other people work, even if it is really speeded up. But I just wanted to give you an idea of you know, what these are going to look like when they're actually screwed together. All the screws and everything come with it, so you know, it's just a matter of, the only downside with coating them up before putting them together is they were all numbered nicely and I've painted over the numbers, but there's not many combinations of where things can go on here, so it should be okay. And I look at it this way: if the leg doesn't line up and the screws don't line up with the holes, the leg must go at the other end, mustn't it? So it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, so I'm pleased I've got a coat on. I like the fact that it coats on, it paints nicely. It's not so dribbly that it goes all over the place, even if I did knock the tin. I picked up that. And you can see the wood grain through it, and I like that, and that should be maintained even with a second coat. You should still be able to see the wood grain, which makes it look rustic. I like it, you know, I don't want it all sort of shiny and everything. So anyway, that's what they're going to look like when they're put together. That's the colour. It will be a little darker after its second coat. It's not jet black, although it's called, what was it called? Black ash. That's what it's called. You can have kitchens in black ash. I know that name. Anyway, so that's what they're going to look like. And tomorrow I hope to do this one again. And then we'll have a putting together ceremony. And then we'll see what they really do look like. But to put it together I need to be out the back, probably. I don't want to have to carry that down that alleyway, and I don't want to carry it through the house, so I'll probably put it together in the conservatory because it'll be dry, so it's not going to mark the floor or anything. So yeah, there we go. 1 coat on number 1 set of shelves, staging, whatever you want to call it. God, I need a coffee. See you next time. Thanks for dropping by.